This is the one thing you really never took seriously about the life of Jesus. But today you will know how deep it was and how important your life really means to him. Let's vein. The agony in the garden, why Jesus wept. The image of Jesus weeping in the Garden of Gethsemane is a profound moment that transcends simple fear of death. His sorrow was so severe that Luke, a physician, notes he sweat blood hematidrosis, a rare physical reaction to extreme psychological anguish. His cry, "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death," Matthew 26 verse 38, points to a crisis far deeper than physical suffering. He was confronting the true, horrifying nature of the cup he was to drink. One, the cup of divine wrath. This is the central theological reason. In the Old Testament, the cup is a consistent metaphor for God's righteous judgment and wrath against sin, Jeremiah 25 verse 15, Psalm 75 verse 8. Jesus, who lived in perfect, unbroken fellowship with the Father, was preparing to drink the full measure of this wrath on behalf of humanity. His holy nature recoiled at the prospect of becoming the object of divine judgment. This was not a fear of Roman nails, but of the spiritual reality they symbolized. The horror of separation. To bear humanity meant experiencing a rupture in the Trinity itself. Jesus, who declared, "I and the Father are one," John 10 verse 30, was facing the reality of being forsaken. As 2 Corinthians 5 verse 21 states, God made him who had no sin to be sin for us. The Father's perfect holiness cannot look upon sin, Habakkuk 1 verse 13. The tears in the garden were, in part, for the impending heartbreak of that eternal relationship being severed, culminating in his cry from cross, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Matthew 27 verse 46. Jesus, the sinless one, was about to have the entire guilt, shame, and corruption of human history. Every lie, every act of violence, every betrayal, laid upon his conscious being. The one with a perfectly pure conscience was preparing to internalize the full weight of depravity. This unimaginable psychological and spiritual burden is what caused a sorrow to the point of death, overloading his human system and causing the physical symptom of hematidrosis. His prayer, "If it is possible, let this cup pass from me," reveals a genuine human struggle. Was there any other way to accomplish salvation? This was the ultimate test of his obedience. The writer of Hebrews says he learned obedience from what he suffered, Hebrews 5 verse 8. His tears were part of this agonizing process. The final alignment of his human will with the divine will, accepting that his path to victory as Messiah lay through the shameful defeat of the cross. The profound loneliness. He specifically asked his closest friends, Peter, James, and John, to keep watch with him. This was a plea for human companionship in his darkest hour. Finding them asleep 3 times underscored his utter isolation. The shepherd was facing the wolves completely alone, his closest followers unable to offer even the simple solace of shared vigilance. This abandonment added a deep layer of personal sorrow to his cosmic agony. Jesus' tears in Gethsemane were not a sign of weakness, but a revelation of the immense cost of redemption. He wept as a holy son facing the cup of wrath, as the eternal word facing separation from the Father, as a sinless one bearing the weight of human guilt, and as a faithful servant and friend walking the path of obedience utterly alone. His agony sanctifies human suffering, demonstrating that true strength is found not in the absence of fear, but in the submission to God in the face of overwhelming darkness. I hope now you realize the value of your life. Hit the subscribe on your way out, please. But I love you all.